Okay, so we were saying 171, but the number was actually 191 in base 2 that we were going to look at. But then when we went back to double check the number, we noticed the pattern going all the way back to the beginning, starting where?
At 5.
At 5. And what was the pattern we saw with those L shapes?
We need to multiply by 2 and then add 1.
Okay, we needed to multiply by 2 and then add 1. Okay, so let's start. So we're going to look at 11. So it started with 5, then multiply by 2 and add 1 goes to 11, then to 23.
To 47.
Yeah. So, all right. So here's what 11 looks like in base 2. What does it look like?
It's 1, 0, 1, 1.
Okay. So what do you notice in that number?
Well, 1, 0, 1, 1 in base. What do I notice in 11?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, 5 is 1, 0, 1.
Okay.
So, and at times 2 in base 2 is just adding on a 0. It's like multiplying by 10 in base 10.
Okay.
So, that's, I guess, how you would get from...
It's just shifting over.
So you get 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1.
It's just like what we're doing, but we're not cycling the digit.
Okay, so we're going to start, and the first thing we do, we start with 1, then we multiply by 11, and then add 1. So what number do I get then?
You get 12.
12. And what is 12 going to look like in base 2?
So it's going to look at
1, 1, 0, 0.
Okay, so the next number we're going to get is 12. 1, 1, 0, 0. And what is it going to look like when I left shift the digits of this number? What number is that going to be?
1, 0, 0, 1.
So that's going to be 1, 0, 0, 1, which is the number 9. Okay, so so I go from 1 to 12, and now I take 9 and multiply it by 11. And then I'm going to add 1 to it, right?
So this should be 100, which is...
Okay.
Yeah.
So now I get 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0.
Okay.
Okay, what happens when I shift this number to the left? Can you tell me?
So you get 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1.
All right, what do you notice about that number?
We added on, from 9, we added on a 0, 0, 1.
Okay, so that number is 73. So I take 11 times now 73. Now remember the number we got before was here. Okay, so let's see what we get here.
1, yeah, this is the same. If you cycle the digits, it's the same pattern. You get 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1.
Okay. And what do I get when I left? So that you just told me. So I just add on a 0, 0, 1 at the end.
Yeah. It's 585.
585. And I take 11 times that.
We should get, let's see, yeah, we do get it.
Okay. So we're starting to be able to understand the pattern.
Yeah. And the seemingly random numbers.
And the numbers that ended up looking random. And it has to do with the fact that we start with, we start with 5, which is 1, 0, 1.
Yep. And
then we go, the next one was 11, which was 1, 0, 1, 1. And the next one was what?
99, no.
20.
But one pattern, 23.
23.
1, 0, 1, 1, 1.
And the next one was?
7.
And what's 47 going to be?
1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1.
Oh, sorry, I did 27. 47. So suddenly we see some of the mystery in base 2 because these numbers where we were seeing those patterns have a very specific structure.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see if we can uncover the structure in base 3 now.
Okay.
Okay.